I believe Bitcoin will be leading the way for a very long time to come, for the foreseeable future. But in the longer future, is not the possibility of something overtakes Bitcoin, something better that comes along is totally possible. Any government or the Feds or any authority can issue a digital currency, even using the blockchain technology. But there's a few other properties that are quite important here. Is that you can use the blockchain technology to issue a currency that's still on limited supply. So is the supply of the currency limited, guaranteed by the protocol? Most central bank issued currencies will have unlimited supply. So we have the old problem of more and more quantitative easing, and more of those currency will be minted, and the previous holders of those currencies will get diluted in value. So that's so if governments are willing to issue a fixed supply currency that they will no longer dilute that with no future quantitative easing, then you will match up on that property or on that advantage of Bitcoin. The second thing is, would governments still block you from doing certain transfers? For example, if you want to send your cousin or your friend, I don't know, in the Philippines, say, I don't know, you want to buy a house in the Philippines, it costs, I don't know, $1 million or something. Can you send that with ease, very quickly, without too many middleman intervention, without a lot of approval processes? So how easy that process is how easy that currency is to use. With Bitcoin, there's no intermediary. No one's going to block you. It's guaranteed to work. So basically fundamentally still comes down to is it limited supply? Does it have a high degree of freedom of transfer or usage? And is it cheap to do?
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Daily Crypto. In today's video, Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao updates on what's happening to Bitcoin and crypto in general. That includes his vision on how this can be the opportunity of a lifetime to create wealth and how you can be a part of it, but also what's happening with central banks and how some governments are trying to stop crypto. But before we continue, let's take a quick look at the Fear and Greed Index for today. As of recording this video, we are sitting at 31, slightly lower than yesterday's 34. Currently, Bitcoin and Ethereum are trading for $20,380 and $1,569 respectively, meaning that a big change didn't happen yet, so we need to be paying really close attention to the markets. While many governments are working on developing their own central bank digital currencies using the blockchain technology, they will be no different than regular fiat currencies because the supply will be unlimited. The central banks can print as much as CBDCs as they want, which brings no benefit to the people as they will still be under the control of the governments. So with that in mind, pay really close attention until the end of the video to hear what CJ has to say about this, and you can be free and still profit in these unknown times.
With a digital currency, the government actually have much more control, especially like if they force KYC on every address that you generate, they know exactly who you are, which transactions you have received, everything's in one place. Whereas today, going through different banks trying to get the record, I mean, the government have their ways to get it, but they built a lot of system to do that, but it's actually quite expensive and quite labor intensive to do. Whereas with the digital currency, it's actually much easier to do. So that is actually a huge risk for that. So, but at the same time, most people, depending on which country you're in, in a lot of countries, people are able to choose which currencies they wish to use, the more it depends on how much surveillance, how much less privacy you get. If those things become bigger problems, people are less likely to use it. So there's the balancing effect of that. So we'll have to see how that works.
Since all blockchain records can be publicly viewed, it is actually beneficent for the governments too, because their job of tracking and keeping a record of transactions becomes easier with it. Banks can offer the same details too, but the process is incredibly complex and time-consuming, which makes the whole process very inefficient.
For example, Facebook is not backed by anything per se, just have a large number of users who use it. And if something is used by a large number of users, then you have value. So Bitcoin has utility. It has many use cases where the current currency system does not work well. So the quantitative easing is one aspect of it. If you think about transferring value from one country to another, let's say from US to China or vice versa, there's usually a lot of difficulties in doing that. So Bitcoin is a way for people to potentially transfer wealth or value across the globe from anywhere to anywhere on their own following the protocol. So it has a lot of other use cases where today's currencies are not able to do. So given the high amount of utility, it has value. So the value is generated that way.
Some critics point out that Bitcoin is not backed by anything, which is true but also relevant as its value is derived by the number of people using it for their day-to-day activities. Since it has so much to deliver, there is no reason why people will not continue to use it to transfer value because the current methods for overseas transfer are very complex, costly, and time-taking. With Bitcoin, we can transfer any amount of money in under a minute without having to report to anyone and at almost no cost.
I believe Bitcoin is just a better form of money. Our current currency systems have a lot of flaws. Right now, we're witnessing probably the largest amount of quantitative easing by governments all around the world. And when governments do that, everybody becomes poor because there's more currencies being printed and you're not given much of that directly. The bulk of it is going to be given to like Wall Street banks and to bail out other companies, etc. And we don't know where it goes, but we do know that your whatever bank account numbers you have or whatever salary you're getting is getting diluted, even though the numbers don't change, but the numbers, the purchasing power will decrease. So that's one aspect of it. Bitcoin is limited supply, 21 million of them ever, and you can't cheat that. You know that's mathematically guaranteed. No one can change it.
Since the modern financial system has way too many flaws, it is obvious that we are in desperate need of a solution that not only fixes all the problems, but also gives people their freedom back. Bitcoin is the ultimate solution to all these issues, as not only is it decentralized, it is limited to just 21 million coins. These two features alone automatically make fiat currencies irrelevant, and it's only a matter of time before people start to realize Bitcoin's true potential.
I think today Bitcoin is definitely the most dominant by far cryptocurrency that's available, and it's also the most decentralized. So in the industry, we say Bitcoin is king. To your point, though, anyone can issue any digital currency, and there's many innovative people in the industry that's creating new digital currencies. I believe Bitcoin will be leading the way for a very long time to come, for the foreseeable future. But in the longer future, is not the possibility of something overtakes Bitcoin, something better that comes along is totally possible. So anything is possible. But I think whatever is going to overtake Bitcoin will have to be better. So in the longer future, I think that's definitely possible.
Bitcoin is the biggest cryptocurrency by market cap, and it looks like it isn't going to lose its spot for a very long time. However, according to CJ, the possibility of a better option is always there, and we could see Bitcoin be overtaken by another innovative project that solves more problems in a more efficient way.
Binance's mission has never been to run a largest centralized exchange. So that was, yes, one of our goals to try to achieve. But we actually, it surprised us that we achieved that so quickly. But our mission is really just to increase the freedom of money. So today, I think we have freedom of speech in certain countries to some extent. We have freedom of data or information to some extent with the internet in most countries, and we have freedom of press, freedom from slavery. So anytime when our society, when humans are able to increase that freedom without sacrificing other things, our civilization advances. Today, our money is not that free. So if, as I mentioned before, if you want to transfer a large amount of money from here to there, there's a lot of questions asked, and you have to pay a lot of taxes, etc. So there's a lot of intermediaries that want to intervene. So I think we can increase the freedom of money today without sacrificing security, safety, ease of use. And in fact, we can increase ease of use. So that's kind of our sort of a grand mission. So anything we can do in this space, we will try to do.
CJ states that his goal was never to turn Binance into one of the largest exchanges in the world. Their aim is to promote the use of cryptocurrencies and make them available to the masses in a simple way so that the barrier to entry become easier.
Bitcoin is not centrally issued. It's issued by a network of computers which follows the Bitcoin protocol. And if one computer does not follow it, it will be rejected from the network. So it's mathematically guaranteed that every 4 years, the new coins, the new coins being issued decreases by half, and by 2040-ish, all 21 million of Bitcoins will be minted. So right now, I think around 18 to 19 million Bitcoins already minted. So the new supply coming up is is decreased. So this is guaranteed by software. This is guaranteed by a number, thousands or probably tens of thousands of nodes running Bitcoin mining software. So this is something that even the founder, the creator of Bitcoin, Satoshi Nakamoto, or his wife, or his friends, they can't change it. So this is mathematically guaranteed. So this is the first time humans are able to guarantee this type of issuance of currencies using the blockchain technology, which is a core invention, of course, by Bitcoin, by Satoshi Nakamoto.
Because of its limited supply and halving every 4 years, it is impossible to mint more than 21 million Bitcoins. About 18 to 19 million coins have been already minted, and the difficulty to mine more will continue to increase over time. Because of its decentralized nature, even the founder of Bitcoin, Satoshi Nakamoto, can't make any changes to generate more Bitcoin. This supply shock will push the prices to new highs as time goes on and Bitcoin adoption rises. Thank you for watching this video. Please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel so you can be updated every day on what's happening with your crypto and how you can profit from your investments while protecting your wealth. And don't forget to watch the important videos in the comments below, as these will definitely help you out. Keep watching videos like this on a daily basis. See you guys in the next video.